just entered the KBMOD podcast. Keyboard plus mouse or die.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast. It's KB.
What? That was better than what I do, Alex. Wow.
Listen, I tried to go for a feel.
Wait, are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live. Okay, keeping that.
Alex, that's so bad. You talk all kinds of shit on Scott, and then you say that.
Then the actor extraordinaire over there drops that. God.
Well, everyone, this is your next acting star right here.
Listen,
KBMOD.
Is Alex still on the call?
there's a difference.
He's your next Blues Clues host.
It's Blues Clues.
Is that show still on?
Yeah, new Steve. I got kids,
God.
bro.
It's KBMOD episode 7 with your host APLFisher, co-hosts NipNops Dan, John, myself, Private Joker. There, I did it. I mean, I don't know what you want. Like, just information? You want like a field? Let me say I don't understand what you want from me.
I need a few more.
Talk about how you can't believe what episode it is, Alex.
The basic things that I do, man.
This might have been the best intro ever already.
Good. Yeah. It was so bad it's good. It was like...
Let's talk about some topics.
Yep.
What have you been gaming this week, Scott Fisher?
There you go. What have I been gaming? Oh, wow, this is weird, actually, having people throw stuff at me now. I've been gaming Counter-Strike Source.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
This incredible Orb. We've been playing a lot of ESEA. And even, dude, I'm telling you right now, I know you guys tell me I fanboy over Orb all the time, and I do. But
the tables have turned. The tables have turned.
Yes, they have.
You told me I wanted to marry Orb about a month ago. Now you want to marry Orb.
I do.
We can both marry Orb.
Can we both? Is it legal in Sweden to do that?
It's Sweden. Anything's legal.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No, but that kid isn't... Dude, he's playing with 100-plus ping, and his rifle in Source is insane. I'm telling you, dude. People are convinced he's cheating already. I mean, I know he's not. I mean, he's incredible.
It's amazing that you could cheat in a game with such wonderful hit detection.
Oh, Alex. Fuck you.
Man, all over that.
Yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I played a little TF2 and Doom 3 as well. That's me.
Well, John, what have you been playing this week?
I don't really play games. I'm just better than everybody at Team Fortress 2.
That's true. No, that's
in a row we said this, I think.
It's pretty much all I've been doing, and dancing in Stormwind with Brittany or Pink Ranger right now. I just brushed up against her and farted loudly.
Nice. Well,
yeah, I've been I now load up Counter-Strike for like 5 minutes every night, and then I'll shoot somebody and the bullets will go through them because the hitbox is like 12 inches to the other side of them, and then I quit because that game fucking sucks.
Oh my God! I see you load up. He loads up Source, and then 2 minutes later he's loading up TF2 or WoW. It's like, boop, out.
And half the time he was trying to get into your $2 a year server.
Dude, $2 a year, bro. All right,
that's kind of crazy. You have a $2 a year server.
They don't give away.
It performs like a $2 server.
Really nasty, herpes-ridden prostitutes from weird back alley room countries. You know what I'm talking about? They don't even give them away for that cheap, so I can't trust that server.
I'll totally buy those facts. You've probably already looked into it on the internet at some point.
Does someone say facts? What have you been gaming, Dan?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I've been rocking that WoW piece a little more than usual, but played the living crap out of TF2 on Friday when we had spontaneous community night. So that was a good time with all the bros there. On our TF2 server performs pretty damn well, I must say.
Props to Drew for hooking it up with that.
Yep.
Well played,
and props to Brandon, aka Volition, for configuring the damn thing with Shibby's help. So, but I like the way it's set up. It's nice to have a fully set up server. Black Apps was kind of half-assed the whole time, so.
Yeah, it's nice to have a server that has all the stuff that we can never find in servers, like the no crit and the good map rotation.
Yep.
It's really nice.
Yeah, Jesus will be using it a bunch, I'm sure. But yeah. So that's been about it for me. I have been hopping back on the Call of Duty 4 wagon a bit. Played it a bit today. Did some raffle last week, so It's been a good change of pace.
Drunk waffle with
I don't know.
Mr. Alex.
Some ignorant, obnoxious prick took over that series at one time.
Are you drinking right now, Alex? I'm guessing you
I'm
are.
not drinking right now. You know what I'm drinking right now?
I'm drinking.
Because I'm living on my own and I made my fridge too cold, so I'm drinking orange juice crystals, basically.
Oh, that's the best, dude. Orange juice crystals are delicious.
No, it's gross.
God.
Okay.
John, are you
like
drinking
it.
anything?
I am.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Magic Hat number 9, and I have an unopened Sam Summer right in front of me as well.
Summer. I miss thee. I'm rocking a Lucky You IPA from Breckenridge. It's delicious. Probably gonna go over this. at the
Is that
beginning
a Corona?
If I could kick you off the call right now.
I'm drinking Bud Light Lime, guys. Bud Light Lime.
Icy Light Mango.
Lemonade.
Sweet.
Mike's hard.
Is anyone going to ask me what I've been playing?
Twisted Tea. No, sorry.
Alex, have you been playing the Living Alone Now game?
Yeah, I've been playing that game.
Taking your Mac to Starbucks to try to find substantial upload speed.
I actually went to the library today, and then it asked for a wireless code, and no one spoke English, so I just casually walked out. And did not find Wi-Fi to upload.
Were you chastised by
Just tell them, say j'adore quand la peine crochet sur mon visage. And then walk out. Tell them that you love it when the penis. Tell them that you love it when the penis spits on your face, and then walk out of the library.
That'll get you lots of help, I'm sure.
That will.
I've been playing Left 4 Dead 2.
I don't know how you play that thing.
It's so bad.
It's
so bad.
It's not
the
even
versus mode. Like the actual game isn't bad, but the
actual game.
The versus mode is awful, and I'm addicted to it. Like Simple Plan, I'm addicted to you.
Wow. Bring up Simple Plan.
They're the worst band ever.
Don't ever make
Canada.
music choices ever again, including Dashboard Confessional. All right.
Dan, help me out with Dashboard.
No, Dan's not allowed. Dan hates them so much. He can't see straight.
If they were the last band on Earth, I would go in silence. That's all there's.
I'd rather listen
If
to
they were
that.
the last band on Earth and on fire, I wouldn't piss them out.
That's true. God, fuck that band.
I've said it for a long time. You're just not in touch with your emotions, and it's a sad thing, Dan, but I can't help you.
I'll get in touch with your emotions real quick.
Weed emotions?
It can't
Get the Aerosmith out of here.
they've ever written comes close to the new Maroon 5 song. I'm sorry, but
Maroon
that Jagger
5.
song might be the worst.
Moves like Jagger.
Yes,
Is that
your
Maroon
favorite
5 song? Really?
yeah, it's
The best thing to do in WoW is just jump in circles on your Black Battle Strider. I'm just going to put that out there. That's the best animation in WoW. Is you don't run on it, you jump everywhere you go.
Is that the gnome mount?
Yes.
That is a strong mount.
I'm just jumping around in a circle and kind of chuckling to myself, but I'm gay.
Okay, I'm running this podcast today.
Wait, time out. Did you say you were playing with Brittany, John?
Yeah.
Doesn't she play like console MMORPGs?
She
No,
plays
she plays-
DCUO.
But she plays WoW mostly now.
Oh, really? She
Yeah.
quit that other one? She was into that for a long time.
But she said they screwed it up somehow, which isn't surprising.
Can you respect my authority?
I'm sorry, was Alex talking? All right,
You
guys,
live in
we're gonna do
French
some-
Canada, and you can't even order a beer in French.
Ooh.
Why order a beer when you can look down and hope they don't card you? I don't know.
Wait, aren't you legal?
Yeah, I am, but it's still awkward.
Oh, grow a
Did you
beard.
get carded?
It's like going into the store when you're like 15 and buying your first condoms.
I've done that. It's
No, you haven't.
When you were
Virgin
15.
Atlas.
pardon me.
It's
Pardon
more
me.
like going into the store when you're 25 and buying Black Heat magazine with promises of awesome tunnel shots on the front.
Wow, that definitely pulled from life experience if I've ever heard anything.
Wow. Can
That
you
was very
describe
good.
the smell that you had at that experience?
Okay. You want me to go through this evening real quick?
Oh, yes, please.
So we were in Chicago visiting my buddy who's pretty loaded, and he had like a $3,000 a month apartment there. It was ridiculously ballin'. And went to some bar by his place. He ordered us all like Patron shots over and over again. And tequila always leads to good things, as you would imagine.
Everyone has a tequila story.
And then we stopped at a 7-Eleven on the way home to get like Gatorades or something. And we bought some Black Heat magazine. And then it said awesome tunnel shots on the front. And we thought, well, we can't go wrong with awesome tunnel shots. So
Were they awesome? Did you?
Oh, they were amazing. Well, while I was puking, one of the other guys was sitting in the sink in his underwear reading Black Heat magazine to me, describing some of the tunnel shots. So
That's good.
it was good. It was a good night.
Wow, this podcast goes awry when I'm running it.
All right, let's. You know what? Well, that was. We've just spent about 10 minutes.
You don't have any respect for me.
John, don't start this.
Oh boy, the battle's already started 10 minutes into the cast.
I'm about to quote some facts, okay? Don't start this.
Oh boy. All right, well, let's actually move into something that I can play a soundbite to, the topics.
We now interrupt your scheduled programming to bring you an urgent broadcast from the front lines of America.
Oh yeah, that soundbite just played. Anyway. You have no idea how much I've been wanting to set that up. CSGO is the first topic we're going to talk about. And
Alex won't be talking.
Yeah, Alex is
deja vu.
Yeah, because we talked about it last week. But there's been some gameplay footage, obviously, that has been released. There was it was playable at PAX Prime on console. And I will say about that real quick before I get all your takes on it. I watched a video. It was one of the guys. I'm sure I'm a director. I don't know which one it was, but there was some CSGO footage, and they were playing with the controller, and my God, like there's a battle at one point. These two people face off, and there's a 1-minute battle with an AK at point blank range, and they're spinning
crosshairs just like
each other. Oh my God, yeah!
It looks like a Call of Duty on Wii Crosshair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Counter-Strike, if there's ever been an FPS that doesn't belong on a console, it's Counter-Strike. Get the shit out of here with that.
Well, I would say the only one that maybe could top that is Quake, but yeah, I mean, for sure. It's I mean, I understand why they're doing it, but it's going to be the fact that we can play against PS3 people that I know most of them will not be using a mouse and keyboard is going to be
They can. Great. There is that option.
Yeah, exactly.
If they really want to play it, they'll buy one.
If they want to play capped at 30 FPS.
Yes. They will. Or they'll pay it's only going to be like $30 probably, if that.
Right. It's going to be downloadable.
So you might as well just get it on PC.
If your PC can run like any modern game right now, I'm sure CSGO is going to be. It's a Source Engine game, and Source Engine scales super well. Like, you can play Counter-Strike Source decently on like a 2 gigahertz Pentium 4 with a fucking GeForce MX 440, and it'd be tolerable. I mean, and then you can.
Portal 2 run on? Because whatever that ran on.
Portal 2 was a pretty good looking game with everything cranked up.
Yeah.
So,
that's about the same tolerance you'll have, I'd assume.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there's a couple bits of news here. So I kind of jumped the gun, but yeah, the cross-platform stuff. What is your guys' take on that whole thing with playing, where you can play,
I mean, it's going to be, PS3 guys can use keyboard and a mouse, but they're stuck at, they're locked at 30 FPS, so it's automatically not fair.
I think you'll see servers, I don't know how cross-server anything works, really. I mean, but I think there's going to be servers that have a restriction.
They need to, because that's just awful.
I'm wondering if the only way you can get into cross match play or whatever it is if you're using the matchmaking system. I don't think you can on a PS3 go to a dedicated.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be, and then the server's going to cap you at 30. I bet if you're on PC. That's
really?
I can't see.
You can't.
The matchmaking system. Yeah. Go ahead, John.
There's no way that they can cap your frame rate based upon the server that you're on. That infrastructure is just far too detailed.
Yeah, that's on your PC usually, that setting, now that I've said that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but if you're skimming around at 300 FPS and some dude's over there at 30, you're just going to shit on him every time around the corner. I mean, it's not going to be even remotely close. Also, just getting around is going to be easier.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had some tweets at me when I talked about the 30 FPS thing. People are like, do you think that makes that much of a difference? I'm like, you guys have no idea. It makes a huge difference. I mean, Yeah, go ahead.
I had to block some douchebag on Twitter because when I was talking about that, this guy was like, I play all of my FPS games locked at 60 FPS and it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, try to fucking strafe jump on COD 4 at 60 FPS. You don't understand what I'm talking about. He's like, well, I play Left 4 Dead and Portal at 60 FPS. And I'm like, and you don't have to kill anybody. Like, I don't care if your eyes can't visually see more than 60 FPS. Go look at the Quake engine. By the time it takes you to fire a full clip on the Quake engine, I can fire one bullet more than you if I'm at 250 FPS and you're at 60. I can fire an extra bullet. I can strafe jump 60 units further than you because I have 250 FPS and you have 60. I move faster than you because I have 200 FPS and you have 60. It's a huge difference, and people are just so blind to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they suck at video games, is what I'm saying. I'm better than everyone.
I like how that got summed up.
But now there isn't any sort of, now correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, but like any sort of strafe jumping at all in Counter-Strike.
There's trick jumping that does matter.
But overall, but still, just movement, period. I mean, when I fraps those brothel episodes as to compared when I'm playing Pro Mod or something, it's like a world when I'm playing at 250, whereas I'm playing at 60 during fraps. It is a big difference. Like, I could not go into, like, I wouldn't even feel good going in and playing Pro Mod at 60. I would just be like, oh my god, I can't even get to a point where I'm not going to get setnated right now. It's just too slow.
Yeah. To put it in perspective, I used to play so in high school I started out with a horrible computer when I started really getting into Counter-Strike and source competitively. I had every FPS config known to man. I had every texture on low. I did everything you could possibly do to get.
Did you pick MIP?
I did. Oh, yeah.
Attaboy.
The shit out of it, man.
Matt
the lowest
MIP 5.
settings. Yep, exactly. Until they started banning that in leagues and you couldn't use that anymore. But yeah, dude, I used the shit out of that. I mean, I had every frame I could get. And I was still okay. Like, I could play it okay, but I didn't realize until I got a rig that was like a slightly tiered up from that. When I got rid of the E-machine, yes, I had an E-machine that I used to play it on. I actually had another rig. I had a Dell at one point, and I was able to play at like a solid 100 FPS, unless you were playing Inferno, which that's a whole other thing. If you guys played Source, that map's a FPS eater. And so I was able to play at 100, and my game substantially improved just from having 100 FPS, and then now, where I'm playing at 300 locked or whatever solid, there's no comparison. I mean, like you're saying, Dan,
you can brag
so
about your
noticeable.
Counter-Strike skills.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that Alex so bitter about this whole Counter-Strike topic. I'm just saying that it makes a huge difference, and people that, like John's saying, who think it doesn't make any difference, not just Counter-Strike, like you're saying, every like Quake, Call of Duty engine.
Any game where the way you can move can affect your outcome in a firefight. Frame rate matters.
Yep.
Like a game like WoW, you could raid just as well at 20 FPS as you can at like 150. So. Yeah, I mean, 40-man raids. Think of the Broodlord suppression room back in the day if any of you guys played WoW. If you had more than 10 frames a second in there, you had a monster computer. Like, I had a dual core and SLI when it first came out in like Blackwing Lair, and I would still drop to like 20 or 30 there. So that should give you an idea how most people's computers handled it.
Let me expound upon that a little bit for you WoW guys out there. We had a tank in Blackwing Lair that had to tank Nefarian. This is only for the WoW people. Scott's like, I don't even know what's going on.
I know what tank means. I got you so far.
He was tanking Nefarian, and Nefarian feared, and back then you had to break fear by stance changing.
That makes you run away with your arms over your face. Right?
Yes, that would be fear. It's bad if you're tanking, because then the big dragon faces people.
Right.
So
got it.
He used to tank, right, at 1 FPS looking at the floor. And the only...
What?
Literally.
Shout out to Roxy, what a boss.
He is a boss. He used to tank, and the only way he knew the dragon would fear, because they had an effect where the whole ground would shake when it would fear, is he would see the tile that he was looking at move side to side. And then he would stance and Berserker Rage. I'm not kidding at all. So, WoW is playable at 1 FPS. So there you go. If you don't care about FPS, there's a game.
He had a 900 megahertz Pentium 3 for fuck's sake.
That's
one dude in our guild literally sent him his entire tower at one point. Just like, this is terrible. You have
Jolly Bone.
See. Good old Jolly.
And he apparently was a good enough tank where you put up with this horrible rig.
He was quite good.
Yeah.
Wow. It's impressive. But, Alex, what do you think about tanking? Wow.
How much DPS do you do, Alex?
Well, in Left 4 Dead 2, when the tank comes in, usually what I tell my teammates to is distract someone, get them in a corner, basically, and then I take that person. Then as each, shut the fuck up, all of you.
So CSGO, the frame rate is going to matter a lot. And I just, as I was saying earlier, with the sort of servers, I think there's going to be servers where if people want to play at a high level or competitive at all, they're literally going to say no console players, if indeed you can play, like we said, outside of a matchmaking system that way. I really think those servers are going to exist where it's going to be like, they won't be able to enforce it at all, but it'll be on the title of the server, like no console, if you can have max FPS, because they're not going to want some guy running around with 30, no matter how.
Yeah, I'm still not going to. I still don't know. I really doubt that they're going to have any. Like, there's not going to be a server browser on the console version. I don't know. I don't think there is.
We don't know.
I think they're just going to have matchmaking, is my guess, and it's going to be all.
We should ask some of the pros that have a beta key. Although the beta's only PC, right?
Right.
So never mind.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, Scott, and John knows a bit.
I have a beta key.
Me too.
Hate you.
I already added it.
I want one so bad.
Yeah.
By the way, listeners, I want a beta code.
Dan.
If someone sends it to me, I'll shit on it.
What do you think? What do you guys think? Because I know John played a little bit of Cal, and I played some Cal, and I've been out of it for a while. But the new buy system, like what's really going to be going on with that? Do you get armor automatically now? Is that like the big thing?
You don't have to buy armor or ammo.
Right.
Well, yeah, you don't have to buy ammo now, but
originally you did.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a huge difference. I mean, they were saying that was one of the biggest things all the competitive players were saying in the pre-alpha build that they played, was that the money was just so fucked up. A lot of the prices of the weapons were really odd. And like they said that when they would lose pistol, they wouldn't be able to buy till like fourth round.
They need to be able to balance eco rounds. Like they need to focus on that hardcore, because that's a huge part of the competitive game. Like being able to make your eco rounds work for you is going to make or break the game every time.
Yeah, if it's that bad, it's going to be too important, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I said this before. I said this last week when we were talking about, but I really do have a lot of faith when they call these competitive guys in. I mean, like we said, it's still really early. Now, will they make all the changes that they offered? I'm sure not. But there'll be a lot of tweaking that goes on afterwards too. So even if it comes out and it's like, I mean, I don't know what the competitive community is going to look like. There will be definitely one that tries to start up around it, and whether or not it does, like, gets legs or not, that'll be interesting to see. I'll definitely be seeing how it goes. But
right,
the tweakability and everything is there. So like ESEA is going to have it. They're going to take it. They're going to tweak it. They're going to tweak their servers for all the different settings, just like they do with Source right now. So I'm not really worried, to be honest.
And Valve's never ever been. There's no precedent here for Valve to lock down anything or do anything crazier. Why would they mess with what they've been doing? I mean, every single game Valve puts out, it's done right.
Yeah. So they really don't have that mentality at all. And one other thing I wanted to note too, was cool to see. They were talking about. I read some articles about the maps, about like in the original Dust, where they have that little, when you go underpass, there's now like stairs that lead up there.
Right, yeah.
So you can get out, and that was really cool to see. I mean, that's a good design decision, because that map is so CT-sided. Without that, I don't know. Did you guys see any of that?
Well, I've only seen the IGN trailer, but like the IGN trailer was so good, honestly, to me, that I was just like,
yeah, that changed your whole perspective. You got pumped, Dan.
Dude, I needed to see it. Like, and frankly, like, even if it had just been a graphics update, I would have been pretty excited.
Update has to be a hitbox update, because god damn it.
Also, let's go back real quick to the only negative I got from the IGN trailer, and that is the crosshair.
Yes.
Now, it's going to be tweakable, obviously, but holy fucking shit. Whose idea was that for the default crosshair? Let's make this big, huge thing that was like
two reticles inside of each other that different proportions. Yeah.
I like that they didn't fall. I bet they were tempted. Now, not that I don't know if any Source game has ever had really aimed down sight, but I'm glad they weren't tempted to try to put it in. I'm glad they kept it out. it would have been a core change, obviously, of the game, but
I almost went as far to say at one point that I would not play the game if they had ADS, because that's just changing the game so profoundly to me.
No,
it's
we
just
don't-
not what Counter-Strike
do
is.
we know what they're doing with the knife? Is it going to be the same? I hope.
I haven't heard of any changes to
'Cause
that.
there wasn't any footage of it, really, either.
I think it is the same.
As
Yeah,
long as you still run faster with it, that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm psyched. Yeah, I mean, just like you said, Dan, I got excited with the graphical update. Like you said, the crosshair. That'll be
Yeah,
tweakable.
it'll be tweakable. I'm
Even on
sure.
console, they said there's full button remapping on console. Is
Yep.
what I hear as well.
Which is
So,
good.
Yeah, I mean that is good for if you're playing.
If you want to play the game on that platform,
exactly.
whatever. More power to you. Go kill yourself.
Oh, John, I love John. All right. Well, Alex, I'm sorry. I know you've been alienated from this CS:GO talk because you just hate Counter-Strike with a passion. But how about what are your thoughts, Alex, on the Razer Blade? Did you see that news? The Razer's big announcement.
Look, PC gaming is not dead, but I think Alex left.
Okay,
Is he still here?
Firstly, I was just waiting to talk because when you ask someone a question, Scott, at some point you have to finish speaking for them to start
Alex.
talking.
Wow. You know what? In that case, I don't want to hear Alex's take on it. Dan, can I hear your take?
I didn't want to answer your condescending question in the first place. I'm gonna get more juice crystals.
You sound like you're actually getting progressively drunk. Are you sure that's orange juice?
Wow, he went and got more juice crystals. God damn.
You really did. No, but really, Alex, in a totally non-condescending way from me, what did you think about the announcement?
All
You
right,
laughed.
I'm
You
back.
went to go get alcohol.
Oh, I went and got juice crystals.
No, but
What do
seriously.
you want about the
$2,800
Razer? I think it's way too expensive. Listen.
That's what I wanna hear.
This
What is
is
your
my
thoughts?
philosophy on PC gaming. John is obviously into the tech. Dan is into the tech. Scott is into the tech. As long as I have the technology to play the games, so it doesn't look like ass. I like PC gaming. I like playing it. So the Razer, when they came out and it said it could play games, but it played it for too expensive and a dual core, even though my sort of shoddy knowledge, I thought it was kind of a letdown for me because I like a lot of Razer products. I love my Death Adder, and when they came out with this, I wasn't blown away. I was hoping they were going to come out with some sort of hybrid console, which would be kind of cool if it took elements of both.
That's what I was hoping. I was either hoping one of two things from this, and I think I said one of them in my little write-up when they had the website up, the PC Gaming is Not Dead. The thing is, what they did, and I got this tweeted at me probably like 30 times after this happened, was basically PC gaming is not dead. So to reinforce the fact that
your
PC
bank account
gaming
is
not dead, we're going to reinforce the stereotype that PC gaming is very expensive and has this price wall on it.
There were some fantastic pictures from
Like-
that comment. Yeah.
And the thing is, you couldn't put a quad core in. Like Alex mentioned this, you couldn't put a quad core in.
For
could
that
ya?
price, it needs to have a 580M in it. I'm sorry.
I mean, obviously they're going for that thin. Now, the one thing I was really positive on was that somebody finally made. Yes, it's $3,000. Okay, that's like the biggest point. It's horribly overexpensive, but they finally fit gaming hardware, not the highest end, obviously, gaming hardware in a very small form factor, which I was very happy about because nobody's really been able to pull it off.
Are they doing the Mac strategy where you release, something that gets everyone hyped and then slowly you put better hardware in it, kind of thing?
No, like I don't know if you were joking there or not, but I think you're actually correct.
No, that's what Apple does with all their products. iPad 1 was a fucking piece of trash.
What
It
you're
was like unusable, and then they start putting USB drive in and Flash player and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
make it
I honestly
actually
think
usable.
that's what Razer's doing because they bought companies. They bought whole companies to make parts of this because nobody would do it for them. Because it is a niche product. I mean,
How much is Razer netting to be able to buy? I mean, I know Razer
Dude, they're
makes good
making
products,
so
but
much. Dude, when you
they
sell,
really?
let's be honest, and some of you guys have Razer mice, and
oh, you're
they're-
gonna talk about the Razer Bungee? Oh boy.
their products are good overall. Like their keyboards and mice are
So
pretty
what
good.
you're saying is they could afford
I
to
have them
send
right now.
I'm
KBMOD
saying-
trials.
Yeah, you know what? We could really,
Hey, if anyone at Razer's listening,
we could use a blade. We'll test it for you. It's okay.
And then tell everybody to not buy it because it costs as much as a MacBook, and it has a terrible video card and a dual-core processor.
All right.
But what I'm saying,
we're not getting that.
technically, really, any company that is selling mice, Logitech, Razer, SteelSeries, whoever, any company that's selling mice, Scott, for $50 is making a lot of money. I mean, let's be completely honest. They have so much overhead, dude. Like, they're so...
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like that.
It's basically a shit camera tied to some buttons. Like, it shouldn't be $50 in the first place, even a good high DPI one. Like, I mean, they're making a lot of money, so they had the
You're telling me I could just make my webcam, maybe tweak it a little bit, and use that as a mouse?
I mean, if you're an idiot, yeah, you could.
Right, I'm gonna do that. I can't install Hyper,
Hyper
cooling system.
Yeah, you can't unzip
212.
files. I don't know what you're... But yeah, they obviously had the money to try and go do this. Now, do I think it's going to flop? Yeah, pretty hard. I don't think anybody's going to buy that thing.
My general consensus on that when I saw it, I was just like, this is what the hype was about.
But shiny.
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice, like you said. It has a cool form factor. The specs were very underwhelming, for one.
The LED screen's cool.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, but is that, like, that practical?
No. Not at all.
Not at all.
What's on the keyboard? On the right side of the keyboard?
Yeah, that's the LED screen. It's mainly for MMOs. It's going to be, which also doesn't make any sense because you haven't played WoW, Alex. But if you take your eyes off the screen during a boss fight, there's a decent chance you're just going to die. So looking down at your
unless you're getting 1 FPS and trying to tank,
it's not like not ideal anyway. But I don't know. They tried a lot of things that I hope other companies try, like, and try to adapt. Mainly the form factor, because gaming laptops right now are still underwhelming, even with the best hardware. And with the best hardware in them, they're like 97 pounds, and you might as well have just bought a desktop because you just paid 3 times as much, most likely. So, to me, there is a market for it, but I mean, it just needs to be refined. The thing that gets me most excited about it is that the chassis should be used by somebody who knows what they're doing. As Alex was saying, maybe they change the hardware when they can. But as of right now, very underwhelmed by having an entire website to launch it and, a couple weeks of anticipation. I was hoping they were going like the customization of a PC market. That's what I really thought they were going to do. But
that video card, to be completely honest with anybody who looked at it and was impressed, is complete garbo.
Just the dual core, though, really, John. I mean, that's really the sticking point.
Yeah.
Why would you throw a dual core in there? I mean, if you wanted to make $2,800, just make it $3,000 and put a quad core in. Like, come on. I mean, the heat could not have been that big of a factor. Especially when they're touting it can play BF3.
Yeah, that thing can't run BF3 at all, just so you know. Dual cores are going to blow up when they try to play BF3, and that video card is just shit-ass dick.
That probably gets about the same FPS as Colin does with his GT220.
That card's probably just about as good as a GT220.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to do a little new, well, not a new segment. I don't know if this will be a segment every week, but a couple quick hits. I'll just run down a few news items that we posted on since the last podcast. First one's going to be Diablo 3 community page went live this last week. That's a great sign for anyone who wants in beta starting September 1st. They're going to be sending out beta invites, but the community page means the forums are live, which means they want feedback very soon. So that's a good sign there. Skyrim's allowing gay marriage. John's very excited.
I love men.
I'm going to marry a lizard man, and we're going to be happy together.
I'm going to be a lesbian in the game. Well, it's not much different.
I knew it. Dude, 90% of dudes who play it are going to choose female character and go lesbian.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
I'm going to marry a woman to preserve the sanctity of marriage.
I'm honestly, I put this in my article when I read it. I'm honestly waiting for this game to come out, and some dumb group is going to come around and be like, boycott Skyrim.
I'm surprised there haven't been protests already.
I know.
There haven't?
Well, it's not really our job to boycott the Rim. No, wait. It's Skyrim. Sorry.
Skyrim? Oh, fuck.
What's Westboro Baptist Church?
Yeah, what are they doing? They going to play some Skyrim?
That'll be the scandal
If that game was an MMO, they would just go around burning gay couples' houses and shit. It would be horrible.
I tell you, that dragon is the Antichrist. Played it for a good 5 minutes yesterday. Couldn't beat it. Got off.
What else is next? Here we got Torchlight 2 is coming out, so if you're looking for a fix between now and Diablo 3, it will be multiplayer, fully multiplayer, and it's only going to be $20. Torchlight 1 was really good, and it'll drop to like $7 within a few weeks. So it was a fun game to play. It was single player only. That was the downside of that. And today, what did we look at today? There were a few. Hard Reset, we finally got hard details on that game, which was very positive for anyone who's on the fence on this, thinking it might be a $60 release for a single player only game. And it's not. It's only going to be $29.99 and like $26 or $27 if you pre-order. So $26 for playing a brand new FPS on a brand new engine. It's supposed to be very challenging compared to current games. So, and that'll be out September 13th. You can actually pre-order it now. The pre-order started today. So that's pretty much it.
Those are the quick hits, huh?
Twitter questions.
Alex, this is why you're not running the podcast, because you just totally skipped over the rant segment.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding. No, actually, I'm really not, though. We have to do the rant segment, and we are doing it.
I remember now.
You do remember? Okay.
Rant of the week! I don't know what we're yelling about!
We are doing the rant segment this week all together on something that we can all come together with and call a piece of shit. And Dan, do you want to take this away? I think, Dan, you were really passionate about it.
I was, and I wish Brandon was here.
Yeah, he's passionate about it too.
He would go nuts on this. GameStop. Why are you so stupid, bro? Like, you take out. All right, here's what essentially they did. Deus Ex comes out, great game, awesome reviews all around. I mean, for all platforms, just great game.
It's a PC game.
John loves it. He's played a bit of it. He loves it. So it comes out. You go to GameStop. You get your PC copy. First of all, if you're going to GameStop for PC games, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. So that would be part one. But
explain that why quickly, because I've seen some people who treasure their hard copy of a game. I don't know why.
Maybe if you're really, really passionate about a game and you want the collector's edition. Like, I know people who I've played with WoW with now for 5 years, and they always buy the physical. For a while there, that's all you could buy, but they always buy the physical collector's edition because either they want the in-game pet that comes with it, or
so when their house burns down, they can lose that too, along with their family photos.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So.
Wow, that was morbid.
I'm sorry.
Skyrim, you get a fucking foot-tall dragon. I'm so tempted. I just want a foot-tall dragon, really. But that's why people buy them. But I don't know why you would buy the GameStop, though. It's going to be more expensive. Now, you do get all that exclusive GameStop bullshit, which half the time doesn't work. They were just sued last year because they weren't, I forget which game it was, but they basically weren't giving out the promo codes they put. Might have been BC2, actually, like a couple of years ago or last year, where they gave out promo codes for like certain items if you pre-ordered, and none of the codes worked at all. But they charged you like $5 for them or something.
Such a scam.
Yeah. So basically what they did was charge you $60 for your copy of Deus Ex. You went in, picked it up. You were maybe thinking, man, OnLive's got this offer, so I can play this game whenever I want from OnLive for free, because I already bought, or whatever the OnLive fee is. I forget. It's not very much, though. But anyway, there's a coupon to play it free, though, with OnLive. And GameStop noticed this and said, well, we can't have that. We have a service that's competitive with them that isn't really competitive with anything. So we got to take out this coupon before people buy it. And then we're going to retape the boxes and sell them as new. And that'll be good. That'll be a good idea. Nobody will ever find out except for that email somebody put on the internet.
What a bunch of scumbags. That is...
So then...
That's unforgivable. I just have to say.
It is unforgivable. Seriously though, if you're buying PC games at GameStop, rethink what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just get them on Steam or something. I don't care how bad your internet is, Alex. Just get them at Steam. But then they proceed to, instead of making amends or apologizing or maybe even laying out company policy and maybe standing behind their decision, just like nicely being like, well, it's a competitor, so we didn't want them to compete. Even Square Enix, the publisher of the game, was like, yeah, it's fine. It's their distribution. They can do whatever they want, which is true. No, GameStop decides, well, we're just not going to sell the game anymore. So that was their reaction.
What a childish reaction, too.
Yeah. We'll take them all
Oh, shit, we got caught. Not selling them anymore. You can't have them.
So they pulled them all. I think they pulled all console ones, too. I'm not sure on that, but I think they did. They pulled, like, every copy of Deus Ex off the thing, even though the publisher was behind them on their decision to pull the coupons. So then, within 2 days, they come pouting back, and they were like, guys, we're sorry. There's a $50 gift card to GameStop and an apology. Please come back. And then all the PC gamers were like, bro, I got Steam, dude. I wasn't even here in the first place.
You can get your hard copies of games on release day from Amazon. That's what you should do if you want hard copies.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get them from Amazon a couple of days early, believe it or not.
Yep. So, there you go. GameStop sucks balls. And don't give them any more of your money.
But you know that your used Xbox is only worth $30, just so you know.
It's true. It's $300. It's depreciated by 90%.
By 300%.
So there you go. And buy your. I don't even buy my console games there. I buy my console shit at like Target and stuff.
Wally World.
Yeah. So don't go to GameStop. They suck balls. They rip you off with promo codes. Sometimes they take your promo codes, as we've seen now with this OnLive coupon. So fuck GameStop.
If my Canadian,
I'd love to be in that.
Canadian brethren are confused, it's called EB Games here.
And it sucks.
EB here. We used to have EB here.
Yeah.
They're owned by GameStop now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we used to have EB and then they got bought. So there's a couple GameStops around, but mostly it's just EB. And you can tell, like, when EB got bought, their trade-in values dropped like crazy. You get nothing for trading in. It's ridiculous. There's nothing else to do because I don't want this game anymore. I might as well get like the $10. There's nowhere else you can trade in. So
You can sell it online, but it's not even worth the hassle, and you got to ship it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to be a fly on that wall in that fucking boardroom when all this shit went down. There had to be one clear-minded person there that was like, how do you guys fuck this up so bad? Like, really.
It was bring your daughter to work day.
It might have
Take
been.
all the games, Daddy. Take them off the shelf.
What would you do in this situation? Get rid of them all!
Well, when I get caught, I just flush the evidence down the toilet.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's
And buy back their love with free monies.
Yep. All right.
Twitter question.
Yeah, let's get it. There we go, Alex. There's the Twitter questions. I think we got a ton of them, don't we, Dan?
Yeah, we do have a ton of them. Some of them are quick ones. Some of them aren't.
And now it's time for Twitter questions with the KBMOD podcast.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna get right into it here with SteelDog28. He's asking, do you guys prefer gay bacon strips or just normal heterosexual bacon strips?
Is that a question? Gay.
That is a question.
Let me go first. I'm going to go heterosexual on this one because there's a possibility of procreation and more bacon strips.
Ooh, wow, that's deep.
But if I had to befriend or stand up for a bacon strip, it'd be gay bacon strips.
If I had to marry one in Skyrim, it would be a gay bacon strip.
Yeah, it would be a gay bacon strip. But if I was greedy and wanted more bacon strips, heterosexual.
Yeah. Also,
If I had to finally tell my parents what they've been thinking all these years, it would be gay bacon strips.
You heard it here first. Scott comes out.
John?
I like all forms of bacon equally.
Ooh.
Wow.
There's nothing. There's
Diplomatic answer.
the bacon. I don't know.
Were they
You put
born that
bacon in
way?
your ass. You put bacon in your ass and cook it. I'll probably eat it.
John, you say that, and you know someone will do it, and probably.
Yeah,
probably do that.
Xbox Live
I'm
message
sorry,
you.
but the heat will kill all of the bacteria from inside of your anus, and the bacon will still taste delicious. So
Oh, man.
Oh man, I just saw this. Sorry, somebody made an epic KBMOD paint drawing on Twitter.
I saw that.
Ooh, haven't seen that yet. Link it down there.
Just got tweeted at Alex and KBMOD Gaming.
Nice.
All right, we got some good discussion ones. I don't even know how long we are right now.
49 minutes, but less.
No, we're at 44 is the official time right now. So.
All right, if you had to choose, this is like the only options you have, gun to your head. Would you rather game on A, a Mac, B, a console, or a PC with a GT220 in it? And that's from Jack695.
A console. At least I'd have decent frame rates, LOL Mac.
LOL Colin as well with the
30 FPS is better than 15 that guy was getting in Left 4 Dead 2 on his fucking Crapintosh, so. I would just play nothing but sports games on my console. You didn't say what games I had to play.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that would be my decision with the GT220. I just can't justify the Mac. I'd have no money left for food. I'd die if I bought the Mac. So it's tough between a console or a shit video card PC.
I mean, if you had the shit video card, you could probably still play Diablo 3, so maybe the GT220 is the way to go.
Yeah, I still think I'd have to go PC because there are enough retro titles that you could play, even if you can't play current titles that are great.
It's true.
Yeah,
I might
you
go
still
with
whine
PC.
like a baby on Doom 3.
That's true.
Yeah.
You could do that.
It's true.
Though I wonder how well the GT220 runs Doom 3 maxed out on ultra settings. I'd be curious. I don't even know. We should have Colin test that out.
All right.
You get lower frames per second on dark.
All right. So here we go. We got a few little... Oh, John, this one's specifically for you because I wasn't sure the answer and I actually wanted to know as well. Is there any footage of you playing CeVo anywhere? Anyone record that?
There's probably some Cal footage somewhere from CS. I don't know, a frag movie of some
No
sort.
TF2 footage, though?
No, my team actually had a frag movie that we started making as I joined the team. I have the trailer to it privated on my channel. But other than that, no, not really.
That was from Blacklight Attack.
Yeah, you
I've
showed
seen
me
that video.
That was sick.
Yeah, it's pretty damn
trailer.
good.
That was when I was playing European Team Fortress 2 ladder with DCSB.
So no Blacklight, no.
Not really.
Unfortunately.
Just go watch Juggernaut's videos. He's CVOP, the way he jumps around in a circle like a scout and can't strafe to avoid splash damage. Hi, Jugs. How are you?
God, poor Jugs.
I love Jugs. Drew was like, "Do you not like Jugs?" I'm like, "No, I love Jugs, but I'm still gonna fucking troll him." If he's playing scout, I'm gonna critique him, and I'm gonna critique him hard.
Ooh, this one's good. All right. Between... This is a kill, fuck, marry question, but it was such good that I had to use it.
It was such good?
It was such goodness. Here's your choices. I'm going to pose it to Scott first.
Uh-oh.
John's penis. Just his penis. I'm assuming the rest of him is somewhere else.
Okay.
Khloe Kardashian.
Oh.
Or the Intel i5 2500K. Kill, fuck, marry. That's from Hazy Dreams on Twitter.
Oh, kill, fuck, or marry. So we got John's penis, Khloe Kardashian. Wow.
Can't put it. That was just too easy.
And an i5. Well,
does the i5 have a 212? Because that makes it completely out of Scott's league.
Wow. Killed that thing in that case. There's no way.
That's too much woman for Scott. Stock boys for days.
I fucking hate you guys. I'll never get over that. I'm definitely fucking John's penis. That's pretty clear to me. I mean, this seems pretty easy. I don't know. I'm sure Alex will have a different answer, but I'm killing Khloe Kardashian. And then, I'm marrying the i5. I don't know necessarily why or what I would do with it, but I think I'm marrying it. I mean, how fun it would be to fuck an i5.
My problem with these questions is if you married someone, wouldn't you at least have sex with them twice? You'd think.
Twice?
So wouldn't you want to marry John's penis? Because you'd have sex with him more than once.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have sex with like Khloe Kardashian or a processor, neither of which seems very appealing.
That's true.
Yeah, well, that's my. Well, okay, I'll listen to your guys' answers. I don't know. That's out of my head. That's what I'm thinking.
I would kill Khloe Kardashian just because that's a chance you have to take.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for the good of us all.
You may get a knighthood out of that.
Yeah.
Night hawking? Did somebody say night hawking?
We go night hawking.
Sorry, I seriously, my sound cut out for a second, and I heard night, and that was it. I was hoping we were talking night hawking.
Just go Urban Dictionary night hawking, bros. Enjoy it. I'd marry John's cock, actually.
Okay.
Because then we could game forever. And I would have sex with the processor. Just because it would probably be better than having sex with Khloe Kardashian. That's close, though.
There's no question. You can't erase those images from your brain.
That's true.
All right, John, what are you doing? Your own penis. Your own penis, dude.
I'm having sex with my own penis because it's small and nobody really likes it. I'm going to kill Khloe Kardashian because she's a fat cunt, and I'm gonna marry the i5 with a 212 on it because she's a classy lady. And
would you put the 212 on it like a ring?
I think that's overkill. On the i5.
Yeah, probably.
Wow. Would you have me install it? Can I install it?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on your 212. Oh, wait, Scott's never getting married then.
What about you, Alex?
All right, mine's a bit out of the box.
Uh-oh.
All right, I would marry Khloe Kardashian.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, here. Because, listen, I would use her to further my own acting pursuits.
Okay, nice.
I would first get a reality TV show about the wedding. And then from that, I would approach studios with ideas for films that I've had.
Nice.
Okay, let's just hear me out. I would kill John's penis. Because I am certain that there are mystical enchantments attached to it. And if you sacrifice it to the rain gods, it may bring peace and prosperity to the world.
Strong. I like that answer.
And I would... What is last? I would have sex with the processor just because I like to cuddle. And I feel like right after, there would be... It would be
comforting?
It would be comforting to be next to that piece of hardware.
I can't imagine cuddling with the processor. Wow.
Yeah, but you could cuddle it down between your knees. You know what I'm saying? Like you put
nice.
a pillow between your knees. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously though, sacrificing John's penis would give you something good. That thing just doesn't die.
Spawn more of them, probably.
It's a hydra cock.
All right, this one's good. Because we've never talked about this outside the podcast either, I don't think. Excuse me. If you had the opportunity to live comfortably anywhere else in the world, where would you live? And that's from iRod. What would be your ideal place to kind of chill?
Not Dallas, Texas, because let me tell you how much it sucks there. They got some real good burgers, but it was 130 degrees. That was some bullshit.
Yeah, over 100 degrees a lot is some bullshit.
I would ideally, I would live somewhere in the north, like the northeast, like New England, somewhere near an ocean where they have seafood for like fucking $3 for a pound of lobster. Because that would be legit as hell.
That's nice.
That is tempting. Scott?
Man, I don't know. The temperatures in Palo Alto, California are pretty perfect year-round, I think between 70 and 75 degrees, 80, 85 on a hot day. And I'm even temperature kind of guy. I love that. So maybe there, living comfortably. Yeah, I could do West Coast lifestyle. I like that.
Well, you live in Philadelphia, so like a cardboard box somewhere in Pittsburgh is probably better.
Oh, God.
Just a heads up, I just hit a triple in Pro Mod.
Oh, shit.
Oh, snap.
Just saying.
Really?
Yeah, triple wall bang.
Oh, man.
On city streets.
You mean
Put that in your montage.
Are people freaking the fuck out right now?
No.
It's like normal.
Yeah.
Pro Mod. Damn.
Alex?
It'd either be Halifax for the same reason that John put. I went there once.
Halifax is awesome.
And the air is amazing. You just breathe the air, and it's like the cleanest air you ever breathe. Plus, seafood there is good. Is real good. If not that, then like I think Paris. I think just for the way that they go about their business, I think Paris is a cool place.
What's that island in Massachusetts? There's an island in Massachusetts that's like a big tourist area. Martha's Vineyard.
Yes.
That place is legit too.
I would be actually. It's the best place I've ever been. Edinburgh, Scotland. I would.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would live in.
It's all
Edinburgh.
Gothic and shit there.
Yeah, I would live in Edinburgh in a second, and I don't mind the British weather at all. Well, I suppose that's Scottish weather technically, but yeah, I would move there now, given the opportunity.
You can do heroin with Ewan McGregor.
It's true. I could. I do have a friend who lives in Amsterdam right now, so I can go see him too, real fast.
So, all right, nice.
Good shit.
All right, this is I think we're about winding up here.
We got 5 minutes. Let's do
All right.
another one.
Now this comes from Fight Club. Don't hate. Hate. It's a good question.
No one's hating here. Anyone hates, they're
This is
gone.
from Kelly Levo. If you were to fight anybody from history, who would it be? And this is a fist fight. You're not, no guns, no knives. Who do you want to hit real bad, or who do you want to get beat the hell up by? Be sweet too.
It's tough.
I didn't even give this any thought. I had the question the whole time too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. A lot of famous people in history I'd like to
punch in the vag.
Yeah. Just think. None of us have it. We're all like, oh.
I think this was in Fight Club, but I'm going to take it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm really short, and I'm going to fight Abraham Lincoln. I want to see how tough this guy is.
He's got a long reach.
Yeah, he does.
You'd have to get real close into the body.
He has an excellent beard as well.
Yeah, strong beard.
He was wiry too, but they say he was ridiculous.
I feel like if you challenged him to a fight, and even if you lost, you'd kind of like go to the bar with him afterwards. He seems like a real honest dude that way. So I think he'd be gracious in victory because he would beat the hell out of me.
Gracious.
I would like to fight whoever thought it was a great idea to fucking cancel Heroes. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That series got kind of balls, dude, to be honest.
Yeah. Who thought it was a good idea to cancel Heroes? Nobody. You're a fucking idiot and I want to fight you. Thanks.
What network was that on? Was that on Fox?
I think it got canceled, didn't it? No, it went to shit during the writer's strike. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Was a good show, though.
Great show.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd fight Sid, but he can take a hit to the head.
Who?
The kid.
Crosby.
Just silence.
He can take a hit to the head, just not very well. Would you fight Ron Wilson, Alex?
Oh God, no! I'd fight Curtis Joseph. Fuck Curtis.
Would you
Joseph.
fight Colt? Would you fight Colt Noor because Derek England will, and he'll beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, Colt Noor's head's already mush from England, so would you fight him?
Colt Noor's a scary dude. You see that guy in the locker room? That dude's scary. Everyone, Phil Kessel's sitting in the corner like frying fucking sausages. See him on the ground
when England's done with him?
I love the Phil Kessel fat jokes. I'll never end.
Wow. This is a real cliched answer, and absolutely just, this is just a cop-out, but I'd like to square off with Hitler, and I'll tell you why. Hitler, I'm curious, besides his atrocities, those notwithstanding, Hitler would be an interesting, because I always think, was he absolutely crazy? If you were in a fight with him and you actually got his blood boiling, well, what would he do? Would he just go insane? Would he turn into Satan? I don't know.
He once put his penis in a goat's mouth and got it bitten.
Is that in his biography?
That's in his CIA folder. He also used to piss in his cousin's mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fight that guy.
I also think you'd beat the shit out of him, Scott.
Out of Hitler? Yeah.
I think you'd beat the trash out of him, man.
All right, yeah.
He'd talk a lot of shit, let's be honest here. He'd get the arms flying, and then you get one punch on him, and he'd be the fucking sissy that he was inside.
That's true. That's a good point. And
yeah, he might cower away. You might just kind of beat him into submission.
Oh God. Oh, I'd love to do that.
You're real pumped about fighting Hitler now.
Oh man, you can get me pumped now. I'm gonna fucking do it.
I'd fight Brad Pitt in Fight Club so I could touch his body.
There we go. There's an honest answer from Alex.
All right. Here we go. How much time are we at?
We gotta wrap it up here soon, but we got a little bit of time.
All right. Worst jobs ever. Worst job you ever had.
I worked at a McDonald's when I was 15, and I got fired for punching somebody in the face.
Legit reason if you work at McDonald's. There's probably lots of people worth punching.
Because it's the busiest, most thankless job ever, and I was 15 and didn't give a shit.
Truth.
It's too much work for minimum wage.
Mine's so easy. This is like a cake question. When I was in high school, junior year, summer job, Red Lobster, dishwasher, at the busiest Red Lobster, like in the tri-state area. So the first day I started during the summer, I went in, I looked at the schedule. I started at 1 o'clock every day. There was no end time on my shift. So that should have been my first clue that I was fucked. So I worked the first day. I didn't get home till 3:30 in the morning. I worked 6 days a week for 3 months before I walked out on like the busiest day of the year or of the summer on them because I just was so fucking pissed. I worked with one other guy who never showed up. I was washing dishes for like 300 people for hours and barely surviving. It's where I developed carpal tunnel in my hand.
That's a likely excuse.
No, I used to wash dishes at a King's,
dude,
which is not my worst job, but it was fucking terrible.
How horrible. Yeah, dude. It was just, it was a combination of factors, not just the dishes, the monotony of that, and then staying, till 3 or 4 in the morning, and then just, the worst. And that's the only job I've ever walked out on in my life. And I've actually had a shit ton of jobs all through high school, and not now, but no. That's me.
Well, I'll just go next because Alex has never worked a day in his life. So I'll go next. And mine was also dishwashing, but it wasn't the one I just mentioned in Kings. My parents moved to California after my freshman year of college. So I moved back to the town and went to high school for the summer after sophomore year of college, and got a little apartment there. It was like a little town, so it was like shit rent. It was like $100 a month rent, so it was like really cheap. And I worked at a local diner, so it wasn't even a chain or anything. A local diner. Shift started at 5 a.m.
Oh God.
And went till whenever, like yours, went till whenever I could leave.
Exactly.
But it was supposed to be a dishwasher, and I was like, well, I did that in high school, whatever. It sucks, but it's not the worst thing in the world. No, I got there. I basically was an assistant manager. I had to peel potatoes like a fucking prisoner for like 3 hours a shift. Like, it was the worst shit ever. One time, I cut my hand when putting the salad bar together. I just bled all through the thing. I was like, fuck this place, dude. I hope the health inspector comes in today and shuts these fuckers down. Dude, it was the worst. And the two owners were divorced, but not divorced. So they didn't have to, like, split the earnings of the restaurant in any way.
Oh.
So, basically, they just fought the whole time. So it was me back in the kitchen with this lady and her husband just yelling at each other all day. So that's going on the whole time. And then they would just like be angry and yell at me. There would be times when I knew they weren't going to fire me because nobody else was going to take the job. So there would be days where I would just leave. Like,
just walk out.
Like at 7 or 8 hours in the shift, like 12 or 1, like they'd be like, oh, you got to go clean this. And I just be like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. Because I knew they weren't. It was literally minimum wage at the time, too, which I had never actually had an actual minimum wage job. Every other job in that town paid more. So it was $5.25 an hour to put up with all that bullshit. I made like no money.
That's how they lured me in, though. See, that's even worse than mine because they lured me in. I was getting paid $9.25 an hour as a dishwasher there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't figure out why. Like, and then I did the job, and I was like, no wonder.
Yeah, no, I got paid about $9 an hour. Yeah. And I'm a few years older than you, so this is
right
like in 97 or 98. Yeah. I got paid at King's. I worked there one summer, then came back the next summer to work. and they were like so baffled that someone would come back that they were just like, name your price. You showed up every day, just here's a bunch of money. So there you go, kids. If you're in high school, show up for your job, and if you show up again the next summer, they'll just be like, whatever, dude, because everyone sucks. Everyone on the planet sucks at work. So
I do have to interject real too about mine. The first break ever there, I was called into the freezer to ask if I wanted to shoot up heroin with the cooks. By the way, so that was
you went for that shit, right?
I actually, you know what? I pussied out. It would have helped though. At least I could have been addicted to something and not known what was going on during the whole shift.
So Alex, what's the worst job you've worked, buddy?
I never had a real job.
Yep, there it is.
Well, but I've worked some small parts that weren't fun. I'd say the worst day of filming I ever had was 10 hours in a t-shirt in negative weather in a valley in Regina, Saskatchewan.
That actually sounds awful.
And we did the same scene over and over again. It's where I beat the shit out of my drunken, abusive father with a 2x4 for 10 hours.
How did that guy feel? How did your father?
Yeah, he was rolling around on the ground. I mean, it wasn't a real 2x4. It was like a movie 2x4. But
yeah,
it was not a fun day. And that was actually the job that I was working on has been the most fun. But that day was so miserable, and I was in such a bad mood that day.
How cold were you, dude?
I bet the take looked accurate when you were beating the shit out of
it. You're like, I am really angry at something.
I was freezing. Yeah, it was terrible.
Wow.
That was my worst job, my worst day.
All right. Well, it's about that time, bros. We were at an hour 5 or so. Do we have any video real quick that anyone had top of their mind that they wanted to shout out, or if not, we can roll. I
got nothing except for that Left 4 Dead 2 montage, and that's on WASD Gamers. And featured it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen some good videos this week. I will real quick shout out, since John has been trolling him on Twitter so hard, Jugs had a really good commentary with some life advice in it that I did pimp out a little bit on Twitter. And that was real good. The name of it off the top of my head, I don't know, but I tweeted it, so go look through my tweets.
It was identity, I believe.
It was about identity, yeah. It was very good. He's really well spoken and easy to listen to. So.
Yeah, Jugs is a good guy.
I enjoyed
Bad
it.
scout, but good guy.
You had to John. Oh, John, why'd you do that? All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Week.
Yep, we'll see you next week. The podcast will be
here.
What
day is the podcast? What day is the podcast next week?
Oh, man.
Show me Wednesday,
bros.
Open the case.
Every Wednesday.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you for tuning into the episode that I've hosted. I hope you enjoyed all the hard work I put into this one. And we'll see you guys later.
All right. See you guys.
Hello, gents, and thanks once again for tuning into the podcast this week. If you need to find the podcast, you can find it on podbean.com, our front page, or search iTunes for KBMOD. If you need your PC gaming fix during the week, you can go to kbmod.com or follow us on Twitter at KBMODgaming. We'll see you next week, guys.